season, you tell me the
Done.
Sixers are done.
I'm watching Embiid and how he's moving, and reality is here. His knee is done.
Joel Embiid, aka The Process, is one of the most dominant and entertaining players in the NBA. But his journey to the top? Oh, it's been a roller coaster filled with incredible highs, devastating lows, and plenty of drama. And this season with the Sixers, let's just say it's been complicated. Buckle up, because we're diving into the incredible story of Joel Embiid. All right, so let's start at the very beginning. Joel Embiid's story is wild. My guy was born in Yaoundé, Cameroon. And get this, he didn't even start playing organized basketball until he was 15. 15. Like, bro, I'm over here struggling with my jumper after years. And this dude picked up a basketball as a teenager and became a generational talent. Before basketball, Joel was actually into soccer and volleyball. In fact, his dad wanted him to be a pro volleyball player. Imagine that. But then Joel saw Hakeem Olajuwon highlights, and boom, it was game over. He fell in love with basketball and started grinding. Here's where the story takes a turn. Lukamba Amote, another Cameroonian and former NBA player, noticed Embiid at a basketball camp and was like, yo, this kid has got it. Luke brought him to the US, where Joel played high school ball in Florida. Fast forward to college, and he's dominating at Kansas. People were calling him the next Hakeem Olajuwon. But injuries struck. Yup, injuries. That's been the recurring theme in Joel's story. He had a stress fracture in his back in college, then a broken foot right before the NBA draft. But even with all that, the Sixers took him 3rd overall in 2014. That's how much potential this dude had. Here's the thing, though. Those injuries didn't just go away. Joel missed his entire rookie season, and then his second season too. At that point, people were calling him a bust. Philly fans were frustrated. The media was doubting him. It was rough. But then, oh man, when he finally hit the court in 2016, sheesh, it was like watching a monster being unleashed. Embiid was averaging 20 points and 8 rebounds in just 25 minutes per game. He was doing dream shake moves, blocking shots, hitting threes. It was insane. The process was alive. The whole trust the process thing wasn't just a slogan anymore. Joel became the face of it. Philly went from being a laughingstock to a legit team in a few years, all because of Embiid. But of course, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Injuries kept haunting him. Knee issues, back problems, sickness, you name it. And let's not forget the heartbreaks in the playoffs. Remember that Kawhi Leonard buzzer beater in 2019? My man Joel cried on national TV. And who wouldn't? That was a dagger, bro. But through it all, he just kept coming back stronger. In 2021, Embiid was an MVP finalist. In 2022, he was the first center since Shaq to win the scoring title. And finally, in 2023, he got his flowers. Joel Embiid was named MVP of the league. The process was complete, or so we thought. Now let's talk about this year. Oh boy, it's been messy in Philly. The Sixers are 7-15, one of the worst teams in the league. They get rid of Harden, sign Paul George, and try to start a new big three. But things did not go as planned. First, Embiid plays in the Olympics and ends up not ready for the NBA season. He says he won't play back-to-backs at all. Paul George ends up getting hurt twice. Embiid shows up late every day, but instead of holding accountability for that, he gets pissed someone leaked a private meeting. Despite the team having a few bright spots like drafting a TikToker who drops 30 a game, Embiid's age and injury-prone nature will only make the Sixers worse now. Also, his inflated ego has turned the Sixers fans against him. The Sixers are good, don't get me wrong, but they're not great. They've got Tyrese Maxey balling out. But Embiid's supporting cast just isn't enough to compete with teams like Boston or Milwaukee. And you can see it on Joel's face. He's tired of carrying this team. To make matters worse, people are starting to question Embiid's playoff performances. Like, yeah, he's an MVP, but he hasn't made it past the second round yet. And with all this Sixers drama, the clock is ticking. Will Joel stay loyal to Philly, or could we see him request a trade? I mean, imagine Embiid on a team like Miami or New York. That would shake the league. One thing's for sure, though. Joel Embiid is a generational talent. From Cameroon to MVP, his journey has been nothing short of legendary. But the question is, what's next? Can he lead Philly to a championship? Or is it time to move on and start a new chapter?